Right, back to Jacinta Price and my call last night for Peter Dutton to put her on the front bench as his new Indigenous Affairs Shadow Minister. Today I made the case for her appointment in my weekly column every Thursday in the Australian newspaper. I made the point that yes, the departure of Lisa is a position that should be filled by a Liberal, and Price, as I said last night, sits in the National Party room. Now, if you split the two roles that Lisa had, the Attorney General's portfolio, out from the Indigenous one, then a Liberal could take the AG role and Price could take the Indigenous Affairs one. And that there is only a 2% increase in the Nationals' representation in the shadow ministry vis-a-vis their numbers in the broader coalition party room. Now, 2%, only 2%? Who in their right mind is going to quibble over 2% when you can get someone of Jacinta's authenticity and clout into this portfolio and into the fight against this voice, when it's the voice, of course, that's the issue that will make or break the coalition this year. Just to give you a sense of how strongly people feel about this issue, I want to share some of the comments readers of The Australian posted alongside my column today. Like this from Michael. In opposing the constitutionally enshrined voice and shifting Jacinta Price to opposition Shadow Minister for Indigenous Affairs, Dutton will define his leadership and the future of the Liberal National Coalition. Says Michael, take the high moral ground of a single, undifferentiated Australian citizenship, born or sworn, in which Australian is Australian regardless of ancestry, and not having a race-based institution enshrined in the Constitution. Or this from Philip, bring on Jacinta, she absolutely knows what the issues are inside out. A profile like hers should not be wasted. From Morris, at last Peta Credlin is calling it out for what it is, changing the Constitution, he said, as proposed by the Voice devotees, is nothing less than dividing our nation on race. Supremacy of Parliament must be preserved. This from Bill and Louise. Yes, for me, for Jacinta Price. I'd follow her anywhere. She's a true leader for all of us. David sums up how little that insider detail of this 2% difference in the party room, how that actually matters to real people. He says it doesn't matter. He says, go Jacinta, obvious choice, 24%, 26%, who cares? Jeffrey M had a lot of support for this post as well. He said, Jacinta as shadow? Absolutely. This woman has the talent to go all the way to the top. Come on, Dutton. Stop messing about. Price is the woman you need. She has intellect and courage. There's a lot of support with this post too from Kay. Kay says she speaks clearly on Indigenous issues because she speaks the truth without fearing to offend those also of Aboriginal descent. She understands that there's fault in communities that aren't simply going to go away by blaming colonisation. And finally, this from Linda. Spot on, Peter. Senator Price must be the shadow Indigenous spokesperson. For ordinary people, they won't care about the 2% allocation difference between the Libs and the Nats. They'll care about hearing from a strong, genuine Indigenous woman arguing against the vibe. So there you go, Peter Dutton. I don't think there was one comment out of the nearly 800 posted in my column today that didn't support the promotion of Jacinta Price. Over to you now to make it all happen and to campaign against this voice with about the best warrior you've got.